Hey everyone, it's Nicole of NicoleTheLawyer.com, and I'm so excited that you're joining me for this sort of last minute mini live training. And I wanted to jump on and do this tonight because it's something that is so important to me. It's so important to support women entrepreneurs in this area, which is scaling your business, because I think that this is such a missing area in terms of growing a business and business growth. And there is a serious lack of information in this area. And I know I felt this way a few years ago when I was scaling my business. I felt that it was really hard to find information on these topics. It was great to find information on getting your clients. It was great to find information on how to set up a business page for Facebook. It was great to get information on, Instagram and all those like social media things that you should be doing. And there was even good information out there about the initial stages of building your list, right? But here's the thing. The truth is that it is really important. It is really important to scale your business. If you want it to be able to grow successfully, if you want it to be able to continue to support you, and if you do not want it to sort of, for lack of a better description, if you don't want your business to collapse on itself. And I see this happen with a lot of people, okay? I see this happen so many times with people where they have a business, it's going well, and they're like, let me just maintain it. And here's the truth is, maintaining it is a lot harder than you think. And it's actually easier to be putting in systems and structures for continued growth so that you don't have to maintain high levels of one-to-one clients, so that you can absolutely continue to have growth and have more income streams and have that stability and take vacations and not be so scared. Sorry, you guys, I'm trying to check out comments. And not be so scared about your growth. Okay. So the number one problem that prevents business owners, women entrepreneurs in particular, I see struggle with this issue from scaling their business. Okay. We're going to talk about how to overcome this. And the number one reason that people struggle with scaling their business is that they burn out. And I can't stress this enough. Okay. Business owners burn out because here's the thing is that when you start your business, you're really just worried about that initial growth and making money and just trying to pay your expenses and pay yourself an income. And it's really a big hustle, right? It's all about sales. It's all about getting in front of people. It's all about that initial booking up your schedule with clients. For most of us, it starts out with one-to-one clients, and that really makes a lot of sense for several reasons because our audiences aren't huge and we need cash more quickly and we need, larger amounts of cash, to be frank. And that's easiest to get with one-to-one clients. So, and a lot of us are training, is around one-to-one clients. Like I work with a lot of coaches and I work with dietitians and I work with therapists and I work with doctors and I work with lawyers. And, your training is around serving your client, serving your one-to-one client. It's not around groups. It's not around courses. It's not around any of that other stuff. It's not around building an email list or an audience. So you're literally just doing the work. You're the employee in your business. And that's really where the burnout occurs. And I can tell you how it showed up for me is that I actually left my only 9-to-5 job after 3 years because I was so overwhelmed. And I was so stressed out. And, business burnout basically crushed my career dreams. But, it worked out for me. This is what I love about burnout is it really can bring out so much up leveling, can bring out so much more growth and so much more freedom. But the burnout piece is a biatch. You know what I mean? It sucks when you're in it and it could really kill your business, crush your growth, crush your income if you don't put the structure in for long-term growth. And I see business owners who do this all the time. They think about the short-term strategy, right? And they don't think about the long-term growth. And this is something, I'm so grateful for my clients who I work with because they really allow me to help them put in that structure. And they allow themselves to really focus on the long-term, move out of that short-term thinking. And they really allow themselves to also focus on the long-term. And as a result, they get more growth in their business long term. And it means like in the short term, yes, you're still making your money, but in the long term, suddenly you start having big months and you're adding, doubling your income. Some of my clients in a month will double their income and then we'll keep it there and keep it growing. And, I'm so lucky that my clients trust me to work on that with them. And if you're interested in finding out more about how I help my clients with that kind of thing, go to NicoleLaloya.com/mastermind and read some of the testimonials there. One of my clients, Melissa, had 84% income growth last year. Now, when we were working together at the start of the year, it wasn't that big, but she kept up with it. It started then, and it just blew up. She was at like 50%. By the end of the year, she was at 84%. This is for, like I said, long-term growth. And really, if you're looking to hit really big income goals and really big numbers, right? This isn't for quick, short-term, I just want to have a big month this month because I want to pay for a vacation. This is for building in a structure of long-term growth and security for your business so that you could take a month off, so that you could have 84% income growth over the year, so that you can make more money and all of that. You know what I mean? So it's just really exciting. And also so you could serve more people. So you're reaching more of an audience. So you're not stressed out when people are asking you questions. You can serve your audience. You can create content for them, whether it's video, whether it's writing, whether it's freebies, checklists, whatever it is, templates. You can create things that help them and you can give it to them and build your audience. You could get featured places. I've been on Huffington Post. I've been in Forbes. I've been in all kinds of different areas. And, it gets me seen. It gets me visible. My clients have it happening too. They're not just doing the daily grind of working with clients anymore. They're now getting opportunities to become more visible, and they're making the same money or more in less time because they have multiple income streams. So here's the thing is, yes, the overall goal is multiple income streams. And, you already know the benefits of multiple income streams. So I'm not going to bore you with that. You know that multiple income streams means having money to outsource tasks you hate. You know it means having passive income. You know it means not trading dollars for hours. You know that it means not having your schedule booked out with 20 clients. I was telling my burnout story. I got burnt out at my job. Then I started a private practice years later, and suddenly, very quickly, I really honestly didn't even let the burnout happen because I saw it was on the track for burnout. And I bet a lot of you are seeing that now too in your business. I know I just had a new client sign on for my mastermind last week, and she's doing great, but she knows like she can't maintain this. She needs to put in structures for growth. She can't grind it out. She can't hustle every month. She's turning away clients. And this is also something that's really common with my clients. Soon after we get started, we fix up their one-to-one revenue pathways. They're turning away one-to-one clients, and they feel bad. They want to serve more people. They want to help these people. If you're on And if burnout is one of your fears in business, if you're worried about working too much or working too hard, if you're tired of, saying no to plans with your friends or family so you could fit in just one more client, comment below. I would absolutely love to see a like or a heart or a comment. If you're watching the replay, type replay. And let me know you're here. But this is something that is really, really common, is that women entrepreneurs, we are caretakers by nature. We are used to overextending ourselves, and we're used to feeling like we need to absolutely focus on the one-to-one service piece and serve people at this very high level. And as a result, we absolutely get very, very stuck, and we prevent ourselves from further growth rather than putting in the structures that is going to make that growth so much easier and going to give us much more profits and allow us to serve and do so much more good in this world. And I know a lot of people think it's just about raising your prices. This isn't about just raising your prices. Of course, I want you charging appropriately. But this is about also just putting in securing your business's future, building a legacy for your business, so you can serve people for years to come. And so your business could grow with you so that you're not always dependent just on this one income stream or one way of serving people, that you can put in the structure for serving people multiple ways. And this is exactly, like I said, what we do in my mastermind. So go to NicoleLaloya.com/mastermind. Oh, sorry, you guys. Go to NicoleLaloya.com/mastermind. I'm going to link to it in the comments. And let's talk about this and let's see if it's a good fit for you. One question I keep getting asked about the mastermind is there going to be another one later in the year? And the truth is that no, I do not have any plans to do two this year. This is the one. It's like next level. It's really for you if you are absolutely in your business for the long term. And I'm really excited about the people that are signing up, but this is it. This is the one for the year. So go to that page and book the call with me so that we can make sure it's a good fit for you right now. So as I was saying, multiple income streams is the way to go. And the truth is that it can cause burnout. And I see a lot of people F this up in their business because they immediately are like, I want multiple income streams, and it's like a kid in a candy shop. And I did this to myself too, right? So I knew that I was headed for burnout because I was getting my therapy schedule booked out really quickly. And the truth is, I don't actually like to see tons of one-to-one clients each week because I like to do other things. I have other interests. I have other business interests. I like to work with groups. I love to run my mastermind. Those people get some one-to-one calls. I like to actually create videos and trainings like this. I like to grow my list. I love doing interviews and sharing my information with other people's audiences. So there's so many things that I love to do, and I cannot do it if I'm seeing 20 clients a week. I'm also an introvert, shockingly. People are always surprised by this, but I am. And it means that I get tired. And I also do like to do some group events and get out and connect with other business owners. So the truth is I don't have the 20 face-to-face hours for clients. And I could tell that was happening, right? I could see that happening in my practice, and I was getting anxious. And, when you're anxious about this, like, things start to fall apart, right? You know that, like, you sabotage your growth, you sabotage yourself. So basically what I decided to do was add an extra income streams. And the truth is that I added a lot of extra income streams. And I think that, this is really important to remember, is that you have to really do this strategically. And I see people struggle with this all the time. So, they're already burnt out with their time, but then suddenly they're looking to consult elsewhere in person. So then they're losing driving time. And they're also, not just doing that face-to-face time. Maybe they have to do a lot of prep work for it. All of this kind of stuff, and it's not connected, and your business is scattered, and it's just taking a lot of time of your energy and resources and things like that. So I just want to say this is totally normal, but there's two things you need to do, right? So that this burnout doesn't happen. And like I said, the number one thing is multiple income streams, obviously, but there's two things that you have to do to make the multiple income streams work for your audience. Okay. And the first one is that you have to have this income foundation first. You have to have that security of having a few $1,000s a month in your business coming in. Okay. And it really depends on, that number really depends on a few different things. So I'm not going to say like, you have to hit $5,000. You have to have $10,000. You have to have $2,000. And the reason I'm not saying that number is because geographically, we have very different, financial needs. So I live right outside of New York City, and it is very expensive here. So I have to have a secure amount that's higher than somebody who lives in, Nashville, although Nashville is getting a little bit pricey, but I have to have a higher amount because the cost of living here is so much higher. So, I might need to hit, $8,000 a month for security, whereas they might need to hit $4,000 a month for security. So the number itself doesn't matter. You have to find your personal number. And if you need help with that, I can help you figure out that personal number. But you want to have the solid base. You want to feel secure about, your income source, whether that's a group or one-to-one, whatever it is. Then you want to, make sure that that's stable and steady. So that's the number one thing. That prevents you from the burnout because you're not having that anxiety, financial anxiety or stress. We all know the financial anxiety and stress that happens when you have a business, right, guys? And the truth is that having that steady base, and I can help you if your steady base is not there. Don't allow that to prevent yourself from booking in for the mastermind because some of you are very close and don't realize it. And some of us, we are our harshest critics and judges. And a lot of times, like I was just telling you about my client who doubled her income in the first month of the last round of the mastermind. She needed a few tweaks. She needed some accountability. She needed confidence. And we were able to get her to the secure place very quickly with that income stream so that she could immediately begin adding in others, adding in that longer term structure. So once again, short term, you want to know you have money coming in. You want to not have to be every month scrambling like, oh, I have to start fresh, or, oh, how am I going to hit this number this month? That is not what we are about. We are not about scrambling. We're not about starting the first of every month stressed out. You know what I mean? We don't want to have to be recreating our income every single month. We want to have a steady base of income. So that is why that is the most important thing. And a lot of people skip this because they want to immediately go to multiple income streams. And the truth is, if you can't have the one sort of going and driving and giving you that foundation, it is going to absolutely just be hard to work more in from the anxiety place. Not impossible, but we want to make sure that your business is best situated to add them in. So that's number one. Then the other thing we want to do is absolutely make sure that you are you ready for this, guys? That you're targeting your current audience. This is such a big screw up. This is a screw up that I made. Okay, you guys? So when I started adding in multiple income streams, I added in affiliate income. And back then, like I said, my major income source was a therapy private practice. So I added in affiliate income to my peers, right? Not a market similar to my therapy clients. I already had the therapy clients. Then I had coaching clients and I didn't add affiliate income to them. I added it into my peers and I did get lucky and it worked, but it didn't work long term because I didn't have an audience for that, right? And the truth is that would have required me to build a whole new audience, which takes a lot of time and energy. So this is what I see people do. They get excited. They see other things and they create something new. They create a new course. They create something for their peers, but they have no way to get it out there because the audience you built is not there. So you need to make sure that it's connected to your current audience. So if you are a dietitian, right, who specializes in helping people overcome chronic health issues like diabetes and things like that, right? And you're doing this through one-to-one work. You want to think about one aspect of your work and you want to turn that into an income stream for a different audience. Or you want to take a smaller piece and turn it into a group program so you could serve more people, or maybe turn it into a book or a course or something like that, right? I see this with therapists a lot too. They try to create other programs for other therapists. Not to say you can never do this, but it means that you're grinding away again right away at another audience. And that's where the overwhelm and burnout comes from. Whereas if you could create a book, you could create resources for your current audience, but like psychoeducation. So you're not just serving your clients, you're serving the broader audience. Or maybe you have a ton of referral sources. You've built up great referral sources and you see that they need something, right? And they're already in your audience. Then you can create something for them. But don't create something in a completely different audience because that is definitely going to really burn you out. And that's going to make it really hard to do that. So those are the two key things, okay? So yes, we know multiple income streams is the goal, and that's why you're clicking the link in the comments, NicoleLaloy.com/mastermind, and you're going over and you're booking a call with me to talk about if the mastermind is the right fit for you and how to sign up ASAP so that you can start benefiting from it. We can start working together and we can get you in shape for multiple income streams this year and for that bigger growth in scaling this year. And scaling means 2xing, 3xing your revenue, but it doesn't mean 2xing, 3xing your workload or your time. So I think that's really, really important for you to remember long term. Okay, so this is balancing the short term and adding in long term strategy and a strong foundation that you can go back to and repeat over and over and over again. This isn't just like a one hit wonder. So you're going to be able to apply these concepts to each income stream. So you can have as many income streams as you can support one day, as long as you have the staff, the team to outsource to and handle it. So I just want to stress that. And I just want to reiterate, like, the number one reason people don't scale their businesses is burnout. They think they have to overserve a small group of people, and it's very draining. And they are trying to add in multiple income streams too soon, and not enough strategy behind it. And the two-step strategy, the first two key steps to doing this are, one, having a strong income foundation first, starting from there before you add more in so you're not scattered and spread out all over the place. And two, making sure it's something that's targeted to your audience. It's something else they need, or it's something that they need before the current level of working for you. So you're priming people to work with you at the higher level. So it all works together smoothly and wonderfully when you're not stressing yourself out. But don't worry, you won't stress yourself out if you're in the mastermind, because we'll handle it together. But thank you guys so much for tuning in for this mini training. Just head on over to NicoleLaloy.com/mastermind and we will set up a call this week to make sure it's a good fit for you before spots sell out. All right, guys, talk to you soon.